Being a minimalist as well as having a high interest in fashion can be a challenging task at times, as fashion is constantly evolving, new trends are ever changing, and new pieces are always on the rise. It's always so easy to be interested in a piece and ending up buying it, but this leads to us having an abundance of clothes. What's even worse, potentially buying something and only wearing it a couple of times. This all leads to a lot of material and fabric required to meet our demands for clothing. What's up guys, Rudy here and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about 3 simple rules that I try to practice and follow before buying any clothing pieces. Now obviously there's so many things to consider beforehand before buying anything, such as does it fit my personal style, will I be able to get a lot of wear value from it, and especially can I even afford it. But I think on top of all of that, these 3 rules really help me to be more disciplined and intentional when it comes to purchasing clothing or shoes. A disclaimer here, these are not a golden set of rules that you must follow. These are just something that I try to practice, and maybe it's something that will help you guys make better purchase decisions. So let's jump right into it. Rule number 1 is to avoid something that doesn't fit you right. Now there are times during the sales period where we'll come across some really crazy deals that are just too good to be passed on, or simply pieces that we've been eyeing that are now finally on sale. This is a good thing because you're able to save a good amount of money, but a lot of times the sizes that are available are usually in sizes that are less sorted out. Therefore, it's really important to not impulse buy and check if it fits you right, especially if we're talking about online shopping. This sounds like a pretty obvious thing to do, but when we truly do come across a piece that we really want, we tend to tell ourselves that a little bit bigger or smaller, it's fine, I'll just work around it. Hey guys, so sorry for the interruption, but for some reason I missed out recording this part of the video. So following up on what I was saying, based on past experiences, no matter how well a piece is constructed or how beautiful it is, if it doesn't fit you right, you'll just tend to wear it less because of factors such as comfort or simply because the piece doesn't sit well on you. So sorry once again for the interruption, hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the video. This leads to us keeping a lot of those pieces and ending up with a closet filled with clothes that we don't really wear. As a minimalist, I try my best to reduce my overall consumption. But when it comes to buying clothes, I'm usually very picky and more selective with what I choose to add into my wardrobe. The shape and fit has to be right in the first place. Now yes, with online shopping these days, it's so easy to just simply return things, but if we take a step back and look at the overall bigger picture, we're actually using so much more resources just to send something back. The easiest way to go around it is to have a measuring tape around you so that you can kind of estimate if your particular piece fits whatever look or aesthetic that you're trying to go for. The second rule I think is a pretty straightforward one for me. Am I buying it for the hype or to impress other people? Before anything, try asking yourself this question: what if this clothing piece gets me 0 likes on social media? I think this really helps to answer the question on whether you're getting it for the clout or because you truly do like it. Now don't get me wrong, because there's nothing wrong in liking something that is hype, but the purchase intention behind it needs to be clear. It's so easy to be blinded by something because of the clout and brand recognition that comes along with it. If you are buying something just to flex or stun on people, then once the novelty or hype dies out, you no longer have any appreciation or value towards that piece because you're only depending on your recognition of others, and the cycle of chasing the next hype thing continues. This kind of just fits into the whole idea that we're over-consuming when it comes to fashion. At the end of the day, the one wearing those clothes are you, and ultimately you have to like it in the first place. In fact, other people's opinions should not even matter to begin with. The third and last rule is a pretty tricky one, which is to be aware of a clothing's lifespan. What I mean by this is not how wearable a piece is, but more towards will that piece be in good condition in the next couple of years. In simple terms, how good of a quality it is. From the stitching to the construction of the piece and fabric use, is it going to be able to handle everyday wear in a prolonged period of time? Personally, I don't really consider where I get my pieces from anymore. Sure, back then it was all about brands that would give me the most brand recognition, but I feel once we can get past it, brands matter less, and this really allows you to focus on the construction and quality of a piece. Just because it isn't high-end doesn't really mean that it's not of good quality. Whether it's fast fashion, vintage, smaller brands, or high-end, the most important thing is to be smart and be more aware with what we are buying. Not every fast fashion piece is bad quality, and same goes with high-end. Not every high-end piece is high quality. And let's just be honest with ourselves. In most cases, we're spending so much money on designer brands just for the logo and branding of it. So these are my 3 simple rules that I try to follow every time I'm thinking of getting a new piece. Now, I want to emphasize this again, these are not a golden set of rules that you must follow. They are just sort of a guideline to help me make more intentional purchases so that I do not overconsume. Are there any rules or steps that you take before buying any clothing pieces? If there is, do let it be known down in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. It is a slightly shorter video, but I hope there is something that you can take away from it. If you're new here, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as it really goes a long way in helping this channel out. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Till then guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.